kill or be killed.
Let the games begin!
Hi, everybody. Thanks for stopping by San Diego Comic-Con studio for Den of Geek. I'm Alec Bojal, and I'm sitting here with the lovely cast and crew of Peacock's Those About to Die. We're kind of in an interesting position here in that your show just came out like a week ago. I don't know why I checked my watch, but yeah, a week ago. What has the response been like for everybody, and are you excited to chat with people about it here at Comic-Con?
It's exciting because it's my first TV show. And, you know, I was like unused to kind of that's like kind of everything is online, you know, or streaming at the same time, which is kind of cool because you can watch the whole show when you like really want to.
It was my first time on the side of a London bus back home, which is pretty damn cool. That was a big old bucket list thing.
But when you have to go on that bus, it's kind of weird.
It's a strange, surreal moment. I was cycling up the road on a Lime bike. And in the rain, about a week
There are other good bikes as well in London.
And I see in your face on the side of the thing, and then it crashed. Crazy. And then you come here, and it's even more mental. But it's a great vibe. I love it.
What drew you to this project in the first place? What kinetic potential did you see in this story?
Well, you know, I kind of realized the life of today, and you know, then you know, like in Rome, was very similar. Because we have the same effect, you know, when we're like kind of see a NASCAR a race or, you know, anything else like that. So there is a lot of, you know, like things, you know, which you can relate to. And that was like really interesting for me.
I'm glad you mentioned a NASCAR race in particular, because I feel like this is maybe not so secretly a straight up sports drama.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys feel that way when filming it?
It was always meant to be a sports drama. And, you know, whenever we were like in the writer's room and it became too political, I said everything has to be about sports.
Iwan, I will ask you, 10X is kind of strikes me as a consummate survivor. Playing him this season, what did you learn about ancient Rome, sports betting, and yourself?
Strap in, everyone.
Yeah.
Well, I got a bit into ancient Roman history and became an insufferable bore. Just really wanted to know everything about because I got to Rome and we were filming and I was like, I don't even know how Rome started. How does it exist? What is the origins of this? So I really got into it. Ancient sport, I learned that it's very similar to today. Nothing's changed really. Betting. Gladiatorial battles are basically boxing and UFC, and then NASCAR, of course, for chariot racing or horse racing. About myself, I realized that I could be a very, very boring person because I know too much about Rome.
For Moe and Dimitri, this being a sports drama in a way, you guys are kind of the athletes. What level of training goes into that? And then for Moe, did your Ted Lasso training help?
Did the Ted Lasso? No, Ted Lasso did not train me to fight a 6'10" guy. we were just pretending to be footballers in that show. But in regards to training, I mean, I was in Rome like 2 to 3 months ahead of filming and working very closely with the EA Stunt team, which prepared me to my fully best. I was doing things I didn't know I could do, you know, take down a 6'10" guy. But no, the training was immense. It was heavy on the body, but I feel like once we start filming, we were very well prepared and kind of ready to do what we had to do.
Similar to Moe, the sort of charioteer contingent went to Rome early to learn to chariot race, to learn how to look after horses, which for me was actually quite a big thing because I had a fear of horses before I started the job. I didn't tell Roland that, but I'm not one of those people. You know, when you see a horse, people sort of run over and start petting it. I sort of walk the other direction, so I had to get accustomed to being around them quite quickly, and it was an amazing experience actually. Learning to sort of be around them, learning to chariot race. The whole process was quite an unforgettable experience, and. Yeah, you know, and those as Moe said, it's quite hard. It can be quite tiring. It's long days, and and you know that you have to learn pretty quick. You don't have a lot of time, and you have to get to a place where you're not just competent, but you're comfortable enough that you can kid yourself into thinking, you can do it. And you don't have a lot of time to get there. And I think on jobs of this scale, you really do, as Iwan was saying before, what you learn about yourself is, and anyone, when the pressure's on, you can do that stuff. And everyone, I think, met those challenges.
Sara and Gabriella, it seems to me that your two characters are almost, in a weird way, mirror images of each other. There's like almost an equal and opposite ascent and descent on this season. What was it like playing with that for each of you? And then were you able to talk with each other about it at all?
No, that's funny, and thank you for bringing that, because I think we had some parallel moments. I was dealing with my children, she was dealing with, plotting and everything, and then we had that little scene when she just put her hand on my shoulder while I'm watching my son about to be killed, and then that's the moment where I realized that, hey, we two have so much in common. I mean, our characters that I didn't realize before, and obviously we come from different places, but it started to seems like, okay, we are two women in a man's world, and how to survive in this, and we have different motivation, but in the end, the core motivation is the sake of our children. And yes, to survive.
I love that you actually feel that, because we didn't have that much time to really talk about our characters on set. But I think, even in life in general, a lot of people say, oh my God, women, you guys, you fight with one another. It's not true. When women gather together, they can be the best team. And I think this happens obviously in life. At least to me, I have amazing women's friends. And I think when women get together and supportive, they can be really powerful. And I think the elements, as Sara said very well, they're so different, and they come from different upbringing, and they have different kind of, lifestyle. But the motivation, it's for both of them. She really wants her son to become emperor. And she wanted her husband to become emperor. So for her, it's about power, but I think down the line, her narcissism will hurt her. And it did already in the first season. So I think that scene, you realize that actually we are in this together. We are in this massacre together. And I think the mirroring that you brought up is very clever, because I think the female power in the show is fundamental. It's about Roman sports that was led by men. The politics was led by men, but the women can do a lot behind the scenes. And as Kala does it with Tenax behind the scene with all the betting, I do the same with my husband, Marcus, as a consul, who actually is less politician than me. Sorry, my English sometimes is all over the place. But but I love this women power element. And I think I'm really looking forward to play more with Sara, who I adored in the show. Jojo,
one of my favorite early scenes in the season is Anthony Hopkins. I'm just going to call him Anthony Hopkins. That's his character's name. He mentions having one son as a soldier and one as a politician. What was it like playing the politician?
It meant there was a lot of talking going on. I'll say that. He's a guy who likes to chat. I'll say that much for free. I think, as am I. Yeah, I was actually, it was weird. On this job, it was a strange contract, so I was actually getting paid by the word.
Yeah. You made a fortune.
It was cool. I think I didn't, it's nice to lean into a different area of sort of power in this show, and his power is all from, well, whether it's true or not, he's convinced he's the smartest man in every room he walks into. And sort of mental power and playing these mental games on the Roman stage, I think is the hidden battle that goes on out of the arena.
What are you most looking forward to for a season 2?
Yeah, I naturally hope for a second season, and I'm ready, to go.
I'm ready as well.
Ready as well.
I'm ready. You ready?
I live in Rome. I'm the only one of all these guys who actually lives in Rome. That has a downside as well, because these guys were having parties and fun after the set. I was on my own at home, eating my pasta, waiting for the call sheet for the next day. So for season 2, if we make it, please invite me for some dinners. As Roland did sometimes.
Oh, what?
Yes.
I can't believe this.
Gabriella.
No, that's not fair. But I'm gonna create a big party and have some banter.
Yeah, she wouldn't have us round.
It's not true.
Thanks so much for your time today, everybody. Those About to Die on Peacock now. Watch.